But so the thing with the 9 to 5 is things have changed. If you realize, if you pick 10 guys on the streets and ask them, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? 5 of them will tell you they do their own business.
Yes, a lot of entrepreneurs.
3 of them will tell you they partner with somebody to start up something. And then 2 of them will tell you they do 9 to 5. Now, not to shade 9 to 5. 9 to 5 is still a good thing. It's still a safe form of income. It gives you security. Mm-hmm. It gives you a standing. But when you start your own thing, you have a free flow. You can control the direction of how you want things to go. So the reason why I'd say most people are branching to do their own things is because the world has changed. It's a digitalized world now. Mm-hmm. Influencers are making millions.
Yes. True.
Podcast, people are making. I'm on your podcast, and you're making millions. You're a rich man.
No, not yet. But we will eventually.
Exactly. People are making millions.
Yes.
If you can understand how digitalization has changed the world, you'd understand why most people are branching into doing their own things now. I know someone who's making millions off of TikTok. Just one app. Yeah. They're making millions off of it. You recently interviewed a Forex guy. Yes. I think last week's episode, and it was. If you listen to what he was saying, he doesn't even need a 9 to 5. He's making good money from Forex. So I feel there's a lot of spaces that you could venture into outside of a 9 to 5. If it's not for you, it's not for you. True. But explore. Give it a shot. Explore. Because there's a bunch of spaces you could explore into which are high earning jobs, you know? So yeah. I don't share 9 to 5, but I think they also...
But did you ever get into a 9 to 5 yourself? Or?
I did. I was working at the port. You know, I did land economy. Yes, so I was the valuation officer at the port.
For how many years?
For like a year.
And then you felt like that wasn't for you?
I felt like it wasn't for me. Because I always went for auditions. I was running away for auditions. I felt like it wasn't for me. I felt like I was a coward me. And I didn't want to be coward.
Yeah, you wanted to express yourself.
I wanted to expand.
So I mean, yes, you wouldn't have seen this talent if you had stayed over there. So it's I think that you have a great point. But take us to your first movie set. Mm-hmm. Your first movie set. Yeah. How was the experience like? The first one, very first movie.
So my very first movie was Why Should I Get Married? And it's funny because it was D Black that shot it. I think the movie came out. It was in cinemas for like a bit. But I wasn't nervous. And I'll tell you why. Because my friend Lex McCarthy shot it. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, it was his production team. And they were like family to me.
Okay.
So I was very relaxed.
Comfortable, yes.
As opposed to working with a crew you're not familiar with. And then you're nervous.
Yes.
But then in my case, I wasn't nervous because they are like my family. So where I needed correction, it was given to me in a very subtle way. You know, I wasn't really on edge because I was comfortable working with them. You know, so my first movie set was incredible. It was amazing. From there, spiraled.
That's good. So I realize that you have a lot of movies. The filmography is quite lengthy. There's Salah. I don't know about
Salah was a funny one.
Yes. There's Salah. There's Kamal on City Crimes.
Yes.
There's Volcano. There's Volcano. There's The Mismatch. James, Kamal. You've played a number of years.
But guess what? Most of them are in Nigeria.
I'm about to get into that. So, do we have a Ghanaian movie industry? And if we do, is it thriving? Is it thriving?
I don't think we do have a Ghanaian movie industry, yes, but it's not thriving.
Are there any special reasons for that? Because
there's a bunch of reasons.
So if you could kindly share those reasons with us.
There's a bunch of reasons. One, we need to rebuild the interest of Ghanaians towards Ghanaian movies. If I tell you, say, new Ghanaian movie come out, you know go watch.
Most likely.
And I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Because we haven't piqued your interest in Ghanaian movies. But if a new Nigerian movie is out and is making waves, you'd watch it. So even if we have $1 billion investment now, we still won't thrive. You know why? Because the people do not believe in what we produce. A minister can say, you know what, I'm going to give you $1 billion. Produce the best movie you can ever produce. What shows people are going to watch it? Mm-hmm. We need to rebuild the interests of not just Ghanaians, so because even Nigerians are losing interest in Ghanaian content. In Africa, Ghana was the number one.
Yes.
Back in the day, during the times of John DeMello's and all of that, Ghana was number one when it came to movies in Africa. Why did we lose that? And I'll tell you why. Because Ghanaians failed to adjust. the world is constantly evolving. The world is growing. The world is changing. And Ghanaian entertainment space well, not the whole. I mean, musicians are doing well, but the movie space, we are failing to adjust with the direction the world is moving into, and that's digitalization. Nigerians caught on fast. There's Netflix Nigeria. Why is there not Netflix Ghana? There's a reason, because Ghana is not a thriving market. Like, we don't have the right space to thrive in. That's why Netflix won't come to Ghana. Amazon won't come to Ghana. There's Netflix Nigeria, there's Amazon Prime Nigeria. Yeah. Why don't they come to Ghana? And numbers also play a huge role. But I feel we need to just pique the interest of Ghanaians.
So it's not just a financial problem, as in
it's not just a financial problem.
It's the fact that people are not. Personally, my take is that some of the storylines I see yes, some of them, they just look like a copy of.
Oh, my husband, why are you cheating on me?
It's a copy of old movies, and I'm like, come on. So we have a lot of indigenous stories within the country that I think we can actually, put on screen that people will be very interested in. Because I don't know of any movie that talks about, for example, our independence.
True.
A proper movie about about Nkrumah.
That movie would cost a lot to make.
I know, but you see, something like that would even pique the interest of foreign. Countries, because people are interested in Ghana, because we are one of the first countries to attain independence.
But short, Ghana, welcome to Ghana or something.
It was what was that? I think a country called Ghana.
A country called Ghana. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yeah. So I would come to that. So I think something, the storylines just look so. I don't want to say ordinary. It's something we've seen before, and there's no originality. We want something Ghanaian.
Yeah.
And that is why not to compare. But you realize that even back in the day, we had the Kumawood and then the Gollywood. But at that time, it looked like Kumawood was doing better on a certain, within the masses, Kumawood was doing. And also the crossover, the collaboration. You think there's enough collaboration within the industry to ensure that we're able to push the entire industry forward?
There's not. There's not. And I'll tell you why. Because people don't see the need. Like, why would I go and collaborate with another movie maker when I don't see the future? I don't know how I'm going to make money. Now, money drives everything. Exactly. If I'm not going to make money, why? People have bills to pay.
That's
and
true.
Things are hard now. So why am I going to go all out and collaborate with somebody when I know I'm not going to make money to pay my bills? I'd rather do something else. And Ghanaians are not taking advantage of the fact that it's a digital space now. Influencers are making money now. Nigerians put their movies on YouTube. YouTube is open to everybody.
Yes, and people are watching.
They say we want government to build cinemas. We want government to build. We don't need government to build cinemas. It's a digital space. If you create a digital platform and if you invest in a good production, bro, let me shoot a good movie now or a good TV series, 15 minutes per episode, well shot, well done, highly invested in, and put it on YouTube. It will shock you, the people who watch. It will blow on Twitter, blow on Instagram. People will watch it. Let me have, let's say, with a budget of, let's say, $100,000. I pay everybody well. I had the best crew. The lady behind this camera, one of the best crew. I had the best crew, you feel me? And then I get the best actors. And I produce good storyline as well. Very good storyline. Yes. And I produce quality series, a webisode, 15 minutes. And put it on YouTube, free to air. Trust me, the views will rise. If it's good, the views will rise. Akebeneza is making views.
Yes, he is.
Off of skits.
He's making.
So why can't you do it off of movies? It's possible,
yes.
But people are very reluctant because they don't see the money.
Yeah, that's
true. They want government to come and give me money. No, it's more. The world is digitalized now. Capitalize on that.
So from what you said so far, what I'm gleaning from your submission is that the main difference between the Ghanaian movie industry and then the Nigerian movie industry is the fact that they jumped on digitalization faster than we did.
They did.
And aside that, you've been there. You are in more Nigerian movies than Ghanaian movies.
I work for Nigeria. I don't work in Ghana. Yes. I don't do movies in Ghana.
Okay. So what's the reason for that? Is it that it is easier working with the people there, or the system is much more fertile for you to express your talents over there?
My brother, is the money. Let me not even lie. I have bills to pay. It's the money.
So they pay better in Nigeria. Okay, far better than Nigeria.
Nigeria has a thriving industry. Far better. Bro, if Nigeria is paying you X amount, Ghana is paying you X minus 20.
Wow.
And it's sad, but it's a reality because Nigerians are thriving. I'll give you an example. Visit any Nigerian movie maker's YouTube channel Do you know how many views they make? 3 million, 8 million, 10 million, 16 million from a movie. Regular Nigerian actors YouTube channel. And the movie doesn't have to be the best. It can just be subpar. But they've capitalized on digitalization. And that's what Ghanaians are failing to do.
Wow, so
everybody will go on YouTube and watch. I mean, we are waiting for government to build more cinemas so we can premiere. My brother, digitalization.
So that is the way to go.
Nigerians created Iroko TV.
Yes,
Iroko TV was big. People were subscribing to Iroko TV.
Yes.
What did Ghanaians create?
Nothing that I know of.
Exactly.
Nothing that I know of. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So you've won a few awards.
I have, yeah.
Which means you were seasoned actor
Editor,
now. Yeah.
Please put confetti at this part.
You won a number of awards, and I think even this year you won another award.
I did.
Yes.
It was last year, actually.
Last year, okay, okay. From what I saw, I thought it was February this year, but I mean...
It was in December, but I wasn't in Ghana, so I came back and then they gave me my award.
Okay, okay. For which movie?
It was for a show I did, a series for African Magic.
It's
called Venge.
Venge, okay. So what would you say your strength in acting is, or you can play any role? Are you usually a villain or what love interest? I mean, 6'4", 6'6", 3'6", I know, right? Most likely you'll be love interest. What are your strengths within the acting?
I like to think I'm a versatile actor. I don't think there's any role I can't play.
Okay.
If you give it to me today, let me just read on the character. I'll play it. I played a villain. I played a lover boy. I want to play a pastor.
That would be
producers out there. I want to play a fake pastor.
A fake, not an actual pastor.
No, a fake pastor. That would be a funny role. I think I'm good with comedy.
Comedy, okay.
But directors or casting directors stereotype me with a lover boy role.
Yes, I mean,
I don't know why.
We all know why. Don't let us pretend. But yeah, I mean, so I think okay, so that's interesting. So if you had, let's say, one thing to tell, to help the movie industry in Ghana now. You've mentioned that it's not just the money, it's the other things as well. Somebody might be watching, a young person who wants to get into acting. What would be your advice to a young man or woman who wants to get into acting now, a Ghanaian who lives here? What would be your words? Then what advice can you offer them?
Get into acting in Ghana?
Yes, I mean, they live here. They don't have any, they are not leaving the country.
So, in the famous words of Mensa, don't bother yourself. I'm messing with you, I'm lying. The thing is, enter with a plan. So don't enter with the hopes of somebody should come and employ me and then give me a role. Create your own skit. Create your own production, something small. You can use your phones. People are using their phones now. Create your own something in your own space. Post it on your YouTube channel. People would watch it. Post it on your IG. People will watch it. But no shade to the people who are actually making an impact, like the Shelley Frimpong Mansons, the Yvonne Nelsons. They are doing amazing. They are churning out quality content, and then they put it in like different platforms. But we don't need just them. We need an all hands on deck type solution. Everybody needs to be involved. Even myself, I need to start producing my own stuff and put it out there. Everybody needs to be involved. And don't just produce nonsense. Quality stuff. I feel Ghanaians, they'll support you if your stuff is quality. Same goes for music. If your stuff is good, Ghanaians, so we don't say Ghanaians are not support. If your stuff is good, they'll support you. That's what I think.
So like, I wanted to also know who you look up to. Okay. Within even now you are an actor.
Yeah.
So are there other actors that you take inspiration from? Is that particular globally, not just in Ghana, globally, whoever you look and go like, okay, I think
Ghana, they will know the inside. But globally, actors I take inspiration from Idris Elba. Like I see myself being an Idris, and I'll tell you why, because he's a versatile actor.
Yes.
There's no role you give Idris Elba he cannot play. There's no role you give me that I cannot play. Any role you give me, I'll kill it. That's how I see Idris Elba. I like Will Smith as well. I think he's a great actor and entertainer. So these are the two people I look up to: Will Smith and then Idris Elba.
Okay, but if you ever got the chance to move to Hollywood, would you take that opportunity?
Oh yeah, Charlie, this question.
Some people may not.
Anybody would take it.
Okay,
like that's the pinnacle of acting. That's why I get paid millions. They're not going to pay me $1 million in a Ghanaian production, but they'll pay me $1 million in a Hollywood production.
That's true.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand. So for you, your motivation is money and other things, right?
Not just money. Like you need to get some form of revenue from your job.
From your job, exactly. It's a job.
Yeah, because you obviously are paying bills.
It's a job, yes.
But it is not the largest motivation. It's something I love. Like, I'm passionate about it. The joy I get when I'm on screen is beautiful. It's endless. So the passion is the biggest motivation. But I need to get paid. You know how they say if you get paid from your passion, it doesn't become work.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes, that's true.
So like these two things are like big motivations.